weighing in on whether or not it was a real thing or not. In fact, he deemed it a scam, and the people buying the stock are dopes. We've been talking about this a lot last couple of days. What are your latest thoughts?
It breaks my heart that you're not going to play it again, because when we're talking about the truth, nobody likes to go on TV and drop a truth bomb like Barry Diller does. Here's the thing with Truth Social. We talked about it here just a few days ago. This is, I called it a fakakta company, cockamamie. Pick your whatever word you want. This company is absolutely not worth what it's currently valued at, where it's at on paper. What's happened that's interesting in the last 24 hours is Donald Trump is now pumping it up on his platform. Now, earlier this week, it was funny because he wasn't talking his book, which is totally, to Donnie's word, off-brand. Donald Trump's entire universe is talking up his game. But now that he has got a public company, he could get himself entangled in huge problems with the SEC. So if he's out there talking up this company, how great it is, how awesome it is, and that is materially different from the actual underlying fundamentals of this company, he could sit with shareholder lawsuits. The SEC could come after him. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he plays this. But I would make one other point. It shows kind of how maniacally clever this operation is. He's not actually on the board of the company.
Of course.
So a CEO of a company, right? Jamie Dimon cannot come out and pump up JP Morgan and say anything that's not 100% true, because they'll come for him. But Donald Trump, who owns 60% of the company and who's suing his co-founders because he thinks he should own more, is not an officer of the company. So he may have actually found a loophole for himself where he gets all the upside and none of the downside. A true Trump special.
Two thoughts. Number one, if you're thinking about investing in Truth Social, let me just give you one simple reality. Advertisers will never advertise on there. There's a reason that Fox let Tucker Carlson go or Glenn Beck go, because no matter how big their numbers are, they can't get advertisers. And you will not have advertisers on Truth Social. Maybe you'll have, the gold bullion or, eagle statues and pillows and whatnot. So be clear, if you're investing in this company, there's no chance this will ever be successful from a revenue point of view.
And it has no technology.
No, but here's the other weird, twisted thing. The more he scams, a lot of Trump's followers kind of love it. Yeah, he's beating this. Look how clever this guy is. Forget all the people he's screwing over. There's this weird psychological thing that happens that every time he does a scam, we go, look at the scam. People go, ha ha, that's our guy. That's our guy.
Of course I don't pick taxes because I'm smart. The guy who just gave him the money for the bond, the guy in California, actually said when it got lowered to $175 million, I thought Trump had that money. Maybe he does. But again, Trump's signature, OPM, spending other people's money, and people are letting it happen.
And the New York Attorney General wants to look into that bond and why it's being provided. So let's talk about one more Trump business venture. Live Golf, the Saudi Arabia-backed league, has a tournament starting today at Doral, Trump's course just outside Miami. This strikes to many to be problematic for Trump's ability to have classified information and not handle it carefully. But also, he's in desperate need of money. And if there's one thing the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince has and his sovereign wealth fund is lots of money.
He sure does. Just ask Jared Kushner, who's managing $2 billion of his money. And Jared has
He's got a lot of experience, though.
And has zero experience. But here's the thing. Why haven't we changed the rules and regulations to stop this? Right? When Trump was president, we all sat here clutching our pearls saying this is so unethical. The conflicts of interest are enormous. We will never allow a president to do these kind of things again. And so now here we are right in our face. We can say this stinks to the high heavens. The conflicts of interest are enormous. But he's going to look right in the camera and laugh his way all the way to the bank saying, guess what? You make the rules and I found my way around them. And that's what's so twisted, because this is a national security issue. Partnering with the Saudis on Live Golf. The fact that we don't know who's buying huge sums of Trump's stock could be a giant wealth transfer from someone about to get hooked up by somebody who has a 50% chance of being the next president. Huge problem. We're going to change the rules.
Stephanie Rule, henceforth known as Mother of the Hoagie King. Thank you.
They might be great. Who knows? He hasn't even started yet.
They could be delicious. We'll be watching the 11th hour at 11 p.m. Eastern here on MSNBC. Stephanie, thank you so much. Up next, we'll be joined by the director of a new MSNBC film that examines the rise of cancel culture. And as we go to break, this week's episode